So, before I continue, I'm going to give an example of, so that you understand what I'm talking about. Uh, when I was working in this housekeeping job, it was so hard for me to communicate with my colleagues. Why? Because one, they did not understand English, they couldn't speak it, and they could also not speak German. So what we did was to communicate with signs. Like if you want something, you pick what you want or you point what you want. If let's say in housekeeping you have your um how is it called now? Wagon. Like these things you put everything there and you have to push. So let's say I have my towels are finished. I don't have towels, and there's someone else working on the other part, and they have enough towels. So I will go to that person, and because we don't understand each other or one another, then I will point to what I want and ask if they can help me with some. Now that's a very big disadvantage for the person who intends maybe later while still living in German to maybe change their career or do something else. Because one, you cannot speak in English, I understand. Most of the people were not coming from English speaking countries. So the only way we could either speak it's either you understand the German language or you understand the English. And there was that barrier. Now, if you are moving to these countries, or most of us, I also made that mistake. The first thing we do, we just want to get a job. You don't count what kind of job you're going to get. Whatever comes your way, you're in for it, like you're good with it. And we feel like if you get a job where the boss tells you your language is not required, then you are very comfortable, like you just relax and you forget that you are in a foreign country. You are in a country where you are required to learn their culture, to learn their language. It's very important because now if you choose to do housekeeping, you've come very fresh, you are very strong, your body is good, like you don't have any problem anywhere. But believe me, in 3, 4, 5 years, your body will say no. You will not be able to do this work again. Like your back will start to complain, your legs will start to complain, and you will realize I cannot do this for 20 years or for the longest time. Like if you plan to live here for some years, then you'll not be able to do this kind of job 10 years to come. And by the time you realize, now I need to look for something else, you need to learn the language. So, how many years have you lost? 10 years, so many years. Okay? It's not bad to work, oh, you can work. That's one of the things that many people move outside their home countries just to look for those green pastures, and we come here with the intentions of also helping ourselves and also helping our families back at home, because once you move, like, means that some things are not working out where you're born or where you're living, so you try to go out and look for that green pasture. And others, they move because of the situations happening in these countries, like the war and so on. Now, the reason of this video is to tell you guys, once you decide that I'm moving to a non-speaking, like a country which doesn't speak English as their mother tongue, or you come from your country and you cannot even communicate in English, you better train yourself first. Run to school as fast as possible. Learn the language first, because you'll need this language to maneuver. You need this language to communicate. You'll need this language also to work. If you really want to work in a different, like not just cleaning, but later, of course, later you realize this was the wrong idea, me choosing to do the cleaning. You cannot do this kind of job for long. You will do it, but you cannot do it, especially housekeeping, where you are bending every day, your back. You could do it if not, if it doesn't have some side effects, but honestly your back will start complaining and you feel, no, I really have to change. So once you get here, I know money is very important, but also the language is very important. Studies are very, very, very important. Go to school, try to learn their language. Also try to ask around what kind of Ausbildung can I do, because also that Ausbildung you hear, like when people share something and they know how to recommend you, hey, go and do this kind of Ausbildung, go and do. They also forget to tell you that you need the language for you to do that Ausbildung. They are not going to teach you in English. You are not going to learn it in English. The theory you may pass because there is that cramming of whatever, you just decide to focus on that page and everything sticks here. Now, when it comes to you presenting yourself, explaining something, you hang. You find that you cannot continue. Like the simplest, you can only speak the simplest words. Like if you do an Ausbildung about nursing, I hear not just in the language but also in English. There are terms like you need to know it, to know the deepest, like to understand the language in deeper. You do the B to even C1, and you have to keep on practicing the language, not just the easiest part but also the vocabularies, everything. Like you need their language, you need to learn it. As long as you're here, you want to work here, you need to learn. Not just, it's not just applying like you get a job and you're not needing the language. There are offices you go and you also require it. You get letters from the government or from the state or whatever you get the letters from, they are not written in English. You need to learn the language. You need to understand what is written in that language. You need to understand also, because when you get your contract, you will sign a contract and you've not read it. Because for you, you think you can trust, don't trust any person or everyone. No. Even if you are here, you need to understand whatever is written in those papers before you sign it. Contracts, very important. Because let's say you come and decide this is my right, and this your right, the right you feel like it's your right, it's already stated in the contract and it's the opposite of what you think, so you can't do anything. You have to obey whatever is written in the contract. So the language is very important. You go to the immigration office, you need to communicate, you need to explain yourself. You find maybe the officers, they don't speak English, like the security. Like you need German language. So as much as that money is very important, but first try to learn the language first. Also try to see if you can choose a course of something that you can do that will not bring you side effects later. Language, very important. Thank you.